Hey everyone. So this is slightly different to the normal format of my videos in that this is not a grain to glass brewing video. Most of my videos, I started off really creating videos for my own purposes, my own benefits of recording the brewing process and I've kind of been able to look back on that and make adjustments or kind of learn from it, or really just document my brew days as a kind of way of kind of journaling the whole process. And I think when I started out, obviously I turned to YouTube to further my knowledge and get ideas and things like that. And there were a lot of videos out there where kind of people were showing the brew day and then the video ended. I was like, damn, it kind of left hanging. So then either those people hadn't got round to then doing a kind of review of the beer, or had to wait a couple of weeks to find out what that actual beer looked and tasted like. And it kind of done my head in a little bit. I was like, people just need to do it start to finish. But I then realised after doing a couple myself that it's actually a lot of work to do that and get the continuity, and then your finished beer is not going to be drinkable for probably at least 4 weeks from when you had your brew day. Generally it's going to be maybe even a bit longer than that. So you kind of have to do the footage, and then you come back to it, you park it up, and then you have to do your editing. And that whole process is quite protracted and it takes a long time. It's quite a bit of effort. So I really get it now why often those videos didn't have the kind of final product at the end, but I wanted to make sure that my videos contained everything from start to finish. So that's kind of what I set out to do. That's my template, and kind of that's what I've stuck to. So I've found my own rhythm in doing it, and I do quite enjoy the whole process. And it's been great to connect with people, get sort of chats with people from my own country and in the UK, and people from America over the pond, and as far afield as kind of Australia and New Zealand. And this is a worldwide community of people, and I've really enjoyed that kind of whole thing on YouTube. Something I didn't really expect when I got into it in the first place. So this is really just a big up and a shout out to all of those other YouTubers that spend a lot of time creating videos for nothing other than kind of enjoyment and putting something back into that community. So they're the people that are not doing it to promote their own products, or promote something else, or for financial gain, which I'm assuming people are not getting. I'm certainly not getting any financial gain from it. So it's a big shout out to those people. I think to name a few, I would say that the people that I've enjoyed watching over the last year and put in a lot of work, because I know how much work it is to get these videos out. These people are putting work out and putting content out for the rest of us to enjoy. So I think it's only fair to give those at least a few people a shout out. As I say, these are the kind of ones that I watch regularly and I enjoy watching. So I wouldn't be able to do any shout outs without first mentioning Mr. Rick Shaw. So I'm sure most of you, if you haven't already come across Rick Shaw's channel, then please do head over there. Super enthusiastic about brewing. I see a lot of similarities in kind of what he does to what I do, in that you know, I brew beers that I really enjoy drinking, and that is kind of at the forefront of it. And I see a lot of that in Rick's videos. Super enthusiastic, really enjoyable, entertaining, accessible content, and yeah, he deserves a big shout out for the work he's doing there. Next, Big Banana Brewing over in Northern Ireland, I think he is. Again, really enjoyable content, always kind of fine tuning his brewing processes, and looking for that kind of ultimate beer in a particular style. I think he's been doing quite a few New Zealand Pilsners, which is a beer I really enjoy drinking. I plan to be brewing a few more of those next year maybe. So yeah, it's good to pick up a few hints from him. Very knowledgeable guy. If you haven't been over to his page or his channel, then head over there. Next up, Dudes Brews. So yeah, very more on the kind of more technical end of brewing. It's won loads of competitions with his beers, does a lot of really in-depth, deep dive videos about stuff and styles and recipe generation and all that kind of stuff. Really interesting, great channel, and again, the amount of work he must put in to make those videos is just, you know, I take my hat off to him. So fair play, Dudes Brews. Next one, Tube Dino down in New Zealand. Always takes the time out to comment on videos and offer some kind of advice and support and all that kind of stuff in comments. And he's been brewing for ages, brews beers that I really enjoy myself as well. So, you know, I've learned a lot from his channel. Again, super enthusiastic and nice, accessible content for everyone. And again, another one of those people that just puts it out there for everyone else to enjoy. So well worth a shout out. Couple in the States, two guys, Brew Dudes, not to be confused with Dudes Brews. These are Brew-Dudes. So yeah, they do loads of smash beers, really great information about certain hops. So if ever I kind of search for YouTube on what a certain hop tastes like, chances are they've already done a video about it. They also have this Jar of Destiny, which is a great idea where they pick out a beer style, they brew it, and yeah, so they're working their way through the BJCP book of styles, which is a really great idea as well. And of course, and this is not an exhaustive list, these are just the ones that have come to mind and ones I've watched regularly and I know are still creating content. And I couldn't finish this off with a more entertaining pair of lads, and that is the Dog and Partridge. So they do beer kit reviews, really entertaining. They always make me chuckle, and even my wife sits down and watches me, and we both wait for the kind of the hand moment that comes up when a good beer is sampled. So we know it's going to be a good review when the hand comes up. So yeah, always an entertaining channel, and all these guys, as soon as I get a notification, I really look forward to sitting down. So I had to give those guys a mention, as I say, hat off, because the amount of work it takes. You know, I appreciate the amount of work it takes to get that content out, so fair play. All right, so that's my shout outs done. Looking back on last year, I did 16 full-length brews, according to Brewfather. So I looked that up earlier. 16 full-length brews. So I actually thought I'd done more than that. But yeah, 16. So yeah, you know, just over one a month. I'll probably step that up next year. I want to do a lot more experimentation. I think sort of looking forward, I'm going to be brewing up more beers to style. So that might mean maybe getting some kits in. So, you know, tried and tested recipes, true to style beers, rather than messing around too much with my own. So yeah, it's quite interesting. I've been going to a local homebrew club. Really enjoy that night once a month, and it's great to sample beers that I probably wouldn't have picked out myself. Last one, one of the guys brewed an old ale, which was absolutely fantastic. Belgian beers, that's something on my list for this year. Not overly keen on Belgian beers, but I feel like I need to maybe brew one up. Saison, and what was the other one we tried? Maybe a Schwarzbier, however you pronounce it, like a black lager. So yeah, really good beers that probably I wouldn't have picked myself, but yeah, I think I need to maybe have a look at brewing some of those styles next year. So out of the ones I brewed last year, the highlights were actually this one, which I've got here. London Porter, the Bramling Cross hops. Really good beer. Really surprised me actually how much I enjoyed that. I've kind of saved the last. I've got about maybe 4 or 5 pints left in the pressure barrel, which I've been saving for this Christmas period. So yeah, that's a knockout beer. Really good. Wasn't expecting it to be as good as that. Other highlights from this year have been Californian Common. Definitely going to do that again this year. That's from the James Morton book. He actually recommended using was it Mittelfrüh hops instead of the Northern Brewer. So I'd like to try that out with those hops. The brew day didn't go exactly to plan, but the beer still turned out really, really good. But I'm hoping if I can nail that, that would be absolutely amazing beer for the summer. And the other highlight was the Amarillo and Simcoe Pale Ale, which I actually ended up brewing twice. I brewed once, I took it camping on a camping trip with some mates when we went to France, and it went down really well. Everyone enjoyed it, and one of my mates had a barbecue later on in the summer, and he asked me if I'd be so kind to brew up a keg of it for his barbecue. So that was kind of my first commission, and it went down really well. So well, in fact, that it was kind of blowing gas out the tap by about 8:30, 9 o'clock. So it had all gone, it'd been polished off. Everyone was very complimentary about that, and yeah, it is a terrific beer, and I'll definitely be brewing that again. Probably again I'm going on another camping trip to France with some mates again in June, so I want to take some beers out there, and that'll definitely be one of them. So that was a real highlight. So again, looking forward to next year. Got some new kit. I've got the Brewzilla now, the Gen 4 Brewzilla, which I'm still getting the hang of. Haven't mastered it yet, so I'm looking forward to really kind of nailing my process on that. I got also the Firmzilla, which is a game changer really, being able to you know, ferment under pressure, closed transfer to a keg, no oxygen at all. That has been a game changer for, especially for like hoppy beers. The difference is amazing, and for a relatively cheap bit of kit, I think it was like under 100 quid for all the pressure kit. That was well worth it. And for Christmas, Father Christmas has just bought me one of these wrapped peels as well. So I've gone full kegland on my kit. And I'm looking forward to maybe setting this up. I had a quick look earlier on, I couldn't work it out. So hopefully I can work out how it all works. So that's it really. I just thought it'd be fun to do a little Christmas catch up. New Year's Eve tomorrow or the day after. So New Year's Eve in a couple of days' time. I've got at least 2 full kegs in the shed. I was ill leading up to Christmas, so I'd stocked up. I've got full kegs out there, expecting to be socialising and drinking a lot of beer, and that didn't really pan out. So I've got a stack of beer out there, and yeah, expect I'm gonna hit that relatively hard on New Year's Eve. And yeah, I kegged up a beer yesterday, which is my final brew of this year, and that is a lemon drop lager. So I'll be doing a video of that, or well, at least I'll be releasing a video of that probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks. It was made with Nova lager, so hopefully it's not going to take a long time to condition, and I'm looking forward to it. Lemon drop is a new hop to me, and yeah, as the name suggests, it's a very citrusy, lemony hop, and I think it's going to be a nice beer. So that's the final brew of the year done and kegged, and yeah, looking forward to the new year and new brews. So thanks to everyone for taking the time to watch my videos and subscribing and commenting and all the generous comments that I've had. It's great to be part of the YouTube brewing community, and yeah, maybe it'd be good to catch up and have a beer at some point. So I'm certainly planning on hitting a few of the breweries in the new year, and maybe a couple of the beer festivals as well. So if anyone fancies meeting up for a beer in the new year at one of the beer festivals, then yeah, drop me a line and maybe we can make it happen. So this is to everyone, and have a great new year and successful brews, and enjoy a few beers and be sensible about it. And yeah, I'll look forward to seeing more beers on the channel and all of that palaver. So cheers everyone, happy new year.